All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to the global community of pioneers. You're welcome to At Stingy for Real. And today it's a very good day, and we're going to be looking into the white paper today as I take you around this. So, if in case you don't know how to go into the white paper, all you need to do is to hit on the icon right there at the top. You scroll right down to the very place which you have here written as white paper. So I've actually gone through the white paper today looking into a way I can actually compare what is going on right now and the space in which we are in and what we are really supposed to do at this point in time, okay, and how we really got to be here during the enclosed network space. Okay, is this something that they just actually brought it up, or it's actually in their minds, which is the white paper? So that's what we're going to be looking into today. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back from that very short break. And today we will be going through the white paper, looking at four different things. Okay, now there are actually four roles. Okay, four roles that Pi users can play, and as as miners, okay, as Pi miners, and some of those things that we're going to be looking into, there are four, which is actually pioneer, contributor, and ambassador, and alongside with node. Now, looking into these four, all right, one of those four which says pioneer. Now, many of us are mining and really do not really know what this is all about. Now, pioneer, a user of the Pi mobile app who is simply confirming that they are not a robot on a daily basis. That's the activity of us coming into the application after each 24 hours, which is the end of the mining session that you might have started. Okay, coming back in there is proving that you are not a robot, and that's on a daily basis. Now, this user validates their presence every time they sign into the app. All right. Now, they can also open the app to request transactions. Like, for example, make a payment in Pi to another, sorry, make a payment in Pi to another pioneer. Now, what does this have to tell us? That's actually something they have had in as a plan from day one um, of the enclosed network, right? Because within this period, we are not allowed to sell our Pi. Okay, we are only allowed to make transactions within the network. That is the peer-to-peer transaction from person to person. Let's take, for instance, I have something that you may want, something of value. Let's take, for instance, you want this, which are the headphones, right? And you want these, and I say, okay, fine. You can give me 0.00001 pi for this. I really don't know how much that could cost. Going with the price consensus, Pi global consensus of $314,159. So I am just giving you an instance. Okay, you want that? Yeah, fine. You give me the Pi, okay, the fraction of the Pi, and then I give you this very particular headphones that you can see right here on my phone. So that's what we are actually doing at the moment, which is known as the enclosed network, the peer-to-peer transactions from person-to-person transaction associating within just the enclosed network, that is the Pi network blockchain, and not interacting with an external body, which has to do with maybe converting Pi for Bitcoin or converting Pi for Ethereum. So at this stage, you use Pi straightforward, just like you make use of your local currencies in whatever country you are. Is it in the Philippine pesos? Is it the US dollar? We're talking about the Ghana cedis, or you're talking about even some of those other current currencies that you may think about, the fiat currency. So you can use Pi. Let's say, for instance, I take a trip. One of the greatest advantages is if I take a trip from here to Philippines and I get to Philippines, I don't have to convert my Pi to pesos in order to make use of this very particular Pi coin. All I need to do is to go or walk straight to approach a Pi merchant, all right, and also make a transaction of peer-to-peer for whatever goods or services in which they actually render there and which I have interest in. So which is very, very exciting, right? Border payments, no limitation to where you can actually make transactions. And I tell you, at the moment, a lot of people are just wondering, hey, why can't this be done? Let's do this, let's do that. There are a lot of works to be put in place by the core team and also alongside with other third-party applications which have actually won during the Build Pi Together hackathon. All right, with the first one of its kind, people who emerge as the winners, who we are looking up to make provision for some of those things as developers and their teams in order to put things in place for this to get going. And also, there are leaders globally that are actually putting their asses on the line now, that are working very, very hard, toiling in day and night, trying to make sure that you get it right. And at this very moment in time, all we need to do is to give kudos to them, and as most of those leaders are also out there toiling how to get more merchants registered on different or various platforms in order for us to make use of our Pi. What an encouragement for each and every one who is mining Pi out there. What a great thing that is ongoing right now. A lot of things are happening behind the scene. All you need to do is to keep on coming back as a pioneer, which you are using the Pi mobile app, okay, which you are actually simply proving that you're human by coming back each and every 24 hours to hit on the Lightning Network in order for you to mine some Pi. So keep on doing that with excitement, because I tell you and assure you that a lot of works are being put in place, are being done by not just the core team, but various pioneer leaders all around the world. So it is an interesting thing, but I tell you, I can't tell you more than that, but it's something I know about. It's something that is very, very assuring for us to really keep on moving. So let us move to the second thing. And the second thing we have here is contributor. Okay, which is the second role you can actually play as a Pi miner. So what does a contributor mean? All of these things I'm reading is actually from the white paper. You can take your time to do that if you wish. I just felt like, wow, going through this once more, I felt like just breaking it down to the best level of in which many people may actually think and understand what is ongoing right now. So let's talk about the contributor role. A user of the Pi mobile app who is contributing by providing a list of pioneers he or she knows and trusts. In aggregate, Pi contributors will build a global trust graph. Wow, this is a very good and perfect example. And I tell you, the contributor role has to do with the security cycle. Now, those who are actually in my WhatsApp group and those in my Facebook groups, I actually made some of those clarification in the past before, and some of them we are still repeating them. And I'm telling you that this is not just something that we are telling you. These are things that are all in the white paper, the intents of the creator and his team. All right. So they are actually working hard in order to make sure that each and every one of us understand what this is for. That's why they have the white paper right there. And people like me, we try to also make you understand or draw your attention, if need may be, that your attention is not towards this side. So you need to understand that it's not just all about forming a security cycle. And the security cycle, which makes you a contributor, playing a role of a contributor to the network right here, has to do with what? You getting trusted persons, all right? And it's just five that is required for you to put, five or more if you wish, but five is pretty okay. People you trust, people you know very well, are those you are supposed to put there, because it plays a very important and key role in actually helping to contribute to the global trust graph. All right, which is very, very exciting. Now, looking at the third role which you can play as a pioneer here, has to do with the ambassador. Now, let's look at what this has for us. A user of the Pi mobile app who is introducing other users into Pi network. So right here, let me just show you something pretty quick. All right, this is what I want to show you right here. if in case you just want to be an ambassador of the Pi network, all you need to do at the moment is when you just log in to your app, you can see the button here that says invite, right? The invite there actually tells you of what you are to do to become an ambassador. Now, let us just take a look at what an ambassador means. Let's check. Okay, so right here, asking Google what an ambassador means. Okay, here the first one, an accredited diplomat sent by a state as it. Okay, that's not it. Okay, checking out the second example right here. Okay, the definition of an ambassador, a representative or promoter of a specified activity. So here is a sentence which says he is a good ambassador for the industry. Now, as the Pi Network is a global private organization, right, which is actually helping out to mold a very beautiful system or build a very great ecosystem which will help and benefit the day-to-day people in order for us to really make Pi, okay, and one of the most inclusive peer-to-peer mode of transactions. So if you want to be a good ambassador, you have to become someone who is well knowledgeable about what Pi is all about, all right, and helping out people to really get the message, to get the right message, not just the message, but the right message of the Pi network. And most of those things which you want to get that are actually accurate and not outside of the intent of the creator and also the Pi core team as a whole, you need to understand that the Pi network has made provision for what? The white paper, which is what we are taking some of these roles from today, the four major roles, which we actually talk about the pioneer, right? And we talked about the ambassador, and then right here, we also talked about the contributor, right? So right now on the side of the ambassadorship, we all just have to play our parts and also help this project grow to the state in which it has to be by bringing in a lot of merchants if we have that passion to actually move it. But why not? Doing that is more or less like you are working for a company that you are owning a share from, right? You are owning a share from this company. So why not work for the company and help the company grow? As it grows, you are also benefiting from it. This is unlike any other network like Facebook, Instagram, and all of that, that you actually own no share, but yet you are actually making use of it very positively and inviting even other people to it. So let us look into the white paper one more time. Okay, and that's that about the ambassadorship. So if you want to become an ambassador of Pi, you have to do what you have to do in order for you to get what you want. Now, looking at the next one right here, the next one we have here is node, which is the four role you can actually play in the Pi network space. Okay, so right here we have the node. Now, a user who is a pioneer, that's the first role, right? And a pioneer, a contributor, which is the second role, using the Pi mobile app, and is also running the Pi node software on their desktop or laptop computer. You see, this one actually works more of, it doesn't work on a mobile phone like this very one. It doesn't really work just on the mobile phone, but it needs a what? A desktop or a computer. Now, let us proceed. The Pi node software is the software that runs the core SCP, which is the Stellar Consensus Protocol algorithm, taking into account the trust graph information provided by the contributors. Now you can see that running the nodes at this time, you as a what? You as a contributor to the network, you are helping out those who are playing another role of what? Mining, running nodes, okay, for Pi network. So the trust graph you are creating, which is the security cycles, are being used, okay, are being used. That's why you should get people you know and trust, are being used, okay, by the Pi node software. All right, which actually runs the core Stellar Consensus Protocol algorithm, you understand, in taking into account of the trust graph information. The trust graph has to do with the security cycle provided by contributors. So you as a contributor, you are in a way associating with making it possible for someone or some pioneers out there who could take a role of what? One of the roles among the four which we have just dealt with in order to make it possible. So in one way or the other, each and any role you are playing within the community at this very moment in time or from onset, you are contributing to the growth of the network, because this has to do with an inclusive use of all of the pioneers in order to help the network grow. So I tell you guys, there are a lot and a ton of things coming up in the Pi network which you should actually concentrate on. Any of this part you're playing, you are very, very important, and it's therefore means that you should be a very good ambassador to the Pi network space, so that we all can grow and we will reach to our collective goal as pioneers and also our individual goals. So this might have taken somehow long, but I just had to break it down to the best way other people can understand this. But you can as well go into the Pi Network app in order for you to get most of this information out. And that's why I say let me make this very short this very video today to make some clarification. It may help someone out there, who knows. And also you can come right here in case you are new to the space, okay, like this very person that ushered me in the account. You need to understand that right here, that's using this person's phone to actually make this video. So you need to understand that you can come right here to get some of those information right here, okay. The Pi network. So you can subscribe to the Pi network space, and don't forget you can also Twitter account and Instagram account. You can also follow me up on Instagram, and also subscribe on this very channel. Hit on the notification bell so that each time I'm live or each time I have a new video for you, you will get notification right straight from YouTube. So thank you very much and remain blessed, and I say bye for now.